Number 10.
No, I'm not going to be chills here. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. The Exorcist face. Fuck this thing. Let me preface this by saying that this shit used to be so prevalent back in the late 2000s and early 2010s. I remember seeing it for the first time as a kid when I went to India and I was just playing some game and I think it was the maze game and out of nowhere this fucking thing pops up and I am scarred. And as a kid, that shit sticks with you for a pretty long time. I would check if it was in the hallway. I wouldn't look back going up the stairs. It just fucking sucked. Okay, Bloody Mary. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what this is, you basically go into your bathroom with your light switched off, you lock your door, you stare at the mirror, and you chant Bloody Mary 3 times. I heard this from a friend when I was pretty young, and he said that when he did it, Bloody Mary came out of the mirror and slashed his cheek. And I believe what he said. I mean, my friend wouldn't lie to me, right? The sad part is that I'm still afraid to attempt Bloody Mary and I don't think I ever would take the chance to do it. The Jinn. Now, if you don't know what the Jinn are, they've been described in the Quran as smokeless beings of fire which are invisible to us, yet they live among us. Now, they actually feast on bones and shit. So if you're ever lonely, you need to go to the toilet, you need to drop your voice, don't flush it. Just leave it there. You got a friend over there who's eating the leftovers. Now, the thing is, I didn't even get to know about the Jinn from the Quran. Instead, it showed me a YouTube video about them when I was a kid, and it scared the shit out of me. I don't remember the video's name. All I remember that the Jinn looked like it was a Navi from Avatar in a black cloak with really dark eyeshadow. I still think the Jinn themselves, although not scary shout out to Uncharted 3, if you know, are still pretty interesting. Okay, jumping off of the Uncharted 3 point, I can't say the same about Uncharted 2 and 1. Okay, let me paint the picture here. Uncharted 2 was one of the first games I ever got, and it's one of my favorites. It was action-packed, it had a compelling plot, it had great, interesting characters, and then this happened. These things made an appearance. I shivered, and the Jinn beside me was excited as all hell. Now keep in mind, these things fucked you up pretty hard in the game, and you used to do shit like this in it. Uncharted 1, it was these zombies and you had to fight them in a dark, dingy bunker. It's just a tonal shift in the games, it went from action adventure to horror and then back to action adventure. Now, the Muddy Hand from Diary of a Wimpy Dog Days. Looking back on the very concept of this thing, it sounds pretty dumb, but kids are dumb too, and I completely fell for it. The Muddy Hand is basically a parody of a slashing movie, but at the end of the movie, after the hand strangles its last victim, it comes to the camera and it goes black. The main character assumes it's gonna kill him. And I thought once I was done reading the book, it was gonna come for me. So, it's probably still trying to find me. Dogs. Yes, I know. Sacrilege. Now let me see that I'm not scared of them anymore. Big dogs, they're pretty chill. I love golden retrievers, but I can give you a pretty good reason as to why I used to be afraid of dogs. Now, I never had a dog as a pet or any pet for that matter when I was growing up. And also, whenever I used to go to India, there were a lot of stray dogs and they don't mess around. They usually have gangs, bro. Gangs. They could have grouped up on you and shredded you to pieces. But exaggerated. But the point is, you didn't fuck with them. Lizards. Now, this might piss people off again, but I am still afraid of lizards. I don't know how people keep them as pets, although I don't have any problem with that. But growing up, my parents used to be scared of them, and I think that was passed on to me. It doesn't help that they kind of weird to me. They look kind of squidgy. I don't know, it makes me gag just thinking about it. Chimps. Now, this is actually a pretty recent fear. I never used to be afraid of these things, but the more I learned about them, the more I gradually started to think, oh, these things suck. Now, all I can say are chimp attacks. Seeing the aftermath of those pictures would fuck you up. It doesn't help that these guys are pretty intelligent and sociable, so when it comes to torture, they don't fuck around as well. Guys, be like a noble. Suck a dick. Offer your asshole to someone and just expect them to do the same for you, or be a given. They're pretty chill. Now, I get kind of an irrational fear when I try to sleep, and it's usually when I have my blanket over my face and I need to remove it, and I just can't because I'm afraid that if I do, something's going to jump scare me or would be looking directly over at my face as I slowly put down my blanket. Also, I'm not that scared of my feet being out in the open because the stink coming out from those bad boys, no one's going to want to get near those things. Right, so I guess I'll mention one last irrational fear, and that would be something coming up from the toilet going into my ass. It's a pretty weird on, I think so, but I feel like a lot of people have that fear too. And the insect that I'm afraid that might go up my ass might be a centipede. Now, why, you probably didn't ask. It's because I remember washing down a centipede down the drain. That thing came back up. So I think it's completely rational to have this fear, and it's also completely rational to have a VPN to prevent your ISPs from checking on your activity on the internet. I'd like to thank them all. No, the fuck would I have a sponsor on my first video on a channel as small as mine? Getting a sponsor is really a fantasy I have, which will be what my next video is about, depending on how this goes. Now, honestly guys, I hope you enjoyed my first video, whether it would be through leaving a like, dropping a comment, subscribing, or just watching the entire video, and yeah, that's all. Bye.